Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the current review on Central News, the channel that gives it to you all. And ladies and gentlemen, let me take this moment to say Happy New Year, compliments for the new season. And I hope 2025 brings you something very fantastic because this is our first episode for this year. Yeah, it's been a very long time. We took a nice little break. We were all rested, but now we are coming back and it's Jan, and you will see. We're gonna be bringing you more informative news, current reviews, everything that is happening currently. And this is our 68th episode that is taking place for the year of 2025, which is the first one. And we'll be discussing something very important and very important that takes place each and every single year, which is the ANC January 8th. And we all know, we saw in beginning of the year that the ANC went down to the Western Cape to celebrate its birthday, its annual day, and it's well known as the January 8th, where they deliver key statements in terms of what we can expect from the political party going into the year. And they table also their plans and telling us for what they have in mind for us, what's going to be happening. So after that one, normally what happens is that provincially, each and every structure, province, they hold their own. And this coming weekend, I know the Free State is descending down to Parys. All roads are leading to Parys for the Free State January 8th celebration that will be taking place this coming weekend in the Fezile Derby district in Parys. And for that, we'll be talking to the Provincial Secretary of the African National Congress in the Free State, which is Ntate Polediso Motsoeneng, who's joining us currently online, and will be greeting Ntate Modi, the Secretary General of the Free State. Ntate Polediso, welcome to the Central News to Current Review.
Good morning, Abditebo and the listeners of Central News, and compliments of the new year.
Compliments. Nice to see you after after a very long time, in a good year, in a new year.
Indeed, this is a year that we're expecting that good things would shine on the organization called the ANC. Its intention to reconnect with the masses of our people. It's an agenda that we are going to aggressively pursue, and as such, this will only succeed if we include participation of all our people, because they are the owners of this organization.
But okay, tell me something. The importance of this celebration, the January 8th, like I emphasized, it's an annual celebration that takes place annually. What's the importance of it and significance of it, and why is it important that we should attend as the community of the Free State?
Historically, the annual anniversaries of the ANC are normally held with regard to the voyage the movement has undertaken, taking stock of the challenges we have encountered along the way, and some achievements that we have recorded while prosecuting the struggle for a better life on behalf of our people. And also, the intention is to lay down the tasks that needs to be undertaken for the year ahead. So it's a reflection of the journey that we have traveled, but also how we plan to improve on certain things that we have committed to execute on behalf of the people, especially those we have crafted within our manifesto when we contested the elections in May last year. But obviously, some resolutions that are informed by the Freedom Charter, which is the lodestar that guides us as to what kind of society we have to build.
And then when you went and when the annual one took place, we know that the president did mention this year is the year of renewal. What can we expect in terms of what was said by the president, and what keynotes elements will be delivered from the province?
There are 5 elements or 6 elements in terms of priorities that the January 8th statement of the NEC that was delivered by the president exhibits. It deals with how we need to decisively embark on the renewal of the organization with an aggressive intentions to turn things around, where the organization has to be bold in execution certain decisions that has a bearing on the makeup of this organization. Secondly, how then do we have to reposition ourselves in terms of growing the economy and the creation of jobs? The third element spoke about how we need to reorientate and improve the state of local government, because it is the closest sphere of government where things must happen. So if we are able to improve our performance at that level in terms of the provision of basic services in an uninterrupted manner to our communities, the sky is the limit for the ANC. And of course, the issue of the high standard of living, because you are well aware that the prices of goods and services has skyrocketed, including the basic foods or foodstuff that we can make a living as individual. When there is no linkage in terms of the salaries or whatever resources that must correspond with the highest standard of living in terms of the cost that individual communities are incurring. So we also have to address that aspect. But of course, we need to build a better Africa and a better world. You know, the struggle that South Africa has been involved in terms of the issues that pertains to the freedom of the people of Palestine, the issues of the wars in Africa, Sudan and others, and so on, and ultimately how we have to play a role in the intervention and the resolution of the challenges that bedeviled the Ukraine and Russia conflict, which has an impact on the economy of the world. So these are some of the issues that the statement has talked about, and we're going to focus on these issues, and out of that, develop a pragmatic program of action that will respond to all these issues that I have ventilated on.
And then also, when you talk about the development part, we saw that the Free State education made it again as #1. And you know, everybody's paying attention to say, look, the Free State has been holding a good record in terms of the education, of which it's something that needs to be invested. What's the ANC in the province take about this current development, and what other plans do they have in mind in terms of improving so that we can see the quality of education going even a step up?
We are elated that we still hold that title of the best producing province in terms of education as one of the annual performance indicators in government. And as such, we want to move up in terms of that quantity of the numbers that we have succeeded to achieve over a period of 6 or 7 years, to transform that into quality of the students that will have the capacity, the ability to contribute in the skills that are needed for the economy of the Free State in particular. So we have to focus on what kind of curricula do we need in the province to contribute to economic development on issues that has a bearing on the economy of the Free State, your mining, agriculture, manufacturing, and so on, so that we also participate in the contribution of whatever that we can present to the GDP of the country. You would also understand and know that the motto that has been developed by the MEC Economic Affairs and Treasury Comrade Toto Makume is that Free State must never be regarded as a place to go through, but a place to go to. So we have to create an enabling environment that will attract investors so that there is that kind of rationale for them to come and stay in the Free State. And the quality of education can be an asset to that effect, so that as and when we are able to produce the quality of students that can participate in the upliftment of the economy of the province, that will be a plus on whatever that we are still achieving even to date.
And then also we all know that next year, 2026, it's the local elections that will be taking place. And we know the road has actually started to local elections. And we currently know our municipalities are kind of like not in a good status, but there has been some progresses that have been made. What preparation has the ANC locally with you through your office has been taking? What steps have you been taking to make sure that the roads to the local elections is ready?
Last year we started with a program where we do a midterm review of the performance of our public representatives, especially at local government level, to look into areas of difficulties, deficiencies, so that we can make a proper prescription of interventions. And if we can acknowledge the fact that part of our preoccupation was around that area, because we have identified specific areas where there was institutional stability and political stability. And in this instance, Mwate local municipality is one of the identified areas where we have said our intervention has managed to reap the results that we are expecting. Remember, part of the difficulties and challenges that even the research has identified in as far as the weaknesses of local government is the issue of lack of quality of administrators. Now, we have managed to stabilize that institution. In the first instance, there's a municipal manager who's very agile, knowledgeable, who has managed to coordinate and populate a team of officials who would ultimately be married to his vision in tandem with the political vision that the political office bearers led by the executive mayor in that area has managed to intervene. And now that in itself has resulted into the improvements that all of us have experienced in Mwate. You will recall in the past years, there has been complaints about the disruption of provision of water, electricity, the roads were in a bad shape, and everything else that local government has to deal with. So now we have managed to aggregate some of the green shoots as an evidence to a municipality that can recover from the ashes of destruction to what Mwate is today. That is one of the rationale behind us motivating the ANC and all and sundry to go and celebrate its anniversary this year in Paris, because there's a good story to tell.
And okay, coming to this weekend, the celebration, what can we expect, especially from the entertainment, from the speech, and some of the guests that are invited from national and other spheres?
The 2025 January 8th anniversary celebration of the ANC in the Free State is unique in the sense that we have populated some pragmatic, service delivery orientated activities where we are responding to some of the challenges that have been brought to our attention by our own communities within, not only in Paris or in Mwate, but within the breadth and the length of the district of Ledabi. In Kroonstad, there are build-up programs that we have populated, and they are being executed by different leaders of the ANC in Hillbron, in Sasolburg, Frederickfort, you name them, Frankfurt, all the areas. There are activities that have been rolled out starting on Sunday. Today, some of us are celebrating the lives of the departed heroes and heroines of this organization. I, for one, is in Kroonstad to come and celebrate the life of one of our Matthias, Comrade Jihad Mohapi, Comrade Mustafa, and Comrade Mueketsi, who were once the leaders of this organization. And in Paris, some of the comrades have been deployed there, and in all other areas within the jurisdiction of Ledabi as a district. There are other activities that I think I would share with you as a program unfolds that will ultimately result into the main event on Saturday. But on Friday, we'll be having a golf day where a number of ministers would participate, led by the provincial chairperson of the ANC, Comrade Dukwana, and on Sunday would have the main event. A number of NEC members would be in attendance, and ultimately would have some form of entertainment. You would have a Woma Porisa to at least spice the event, and many other national and some provincial artists who will be performing there. So it's a packed program that is impactful not only on the basis of celebrating that day, but also having some activities that would have an impact in the living conditions of our people in as far as their the service delivery concerns are concerned.
Mngodi, let me take this moment to thank you, and I know you are busy. You've got a very busy schedule, and thank you for giving us the times. Any closing remarks before I let you go?
All roads are going to Paris. We are inviting everybody. When we say everybody, we're saying everybody because the ANC is not the property of its few of its members and leaders, but the property of the people of South Africa. Ours is just to be the custodian of the inheritance of the people of South Africa. So we're inviting them to come and celebrate the anniversary of their own organization. And it is common cause that a 113-year organization get tired. When they are closer to their own organization, they give some life to the organization, and where there are some pitfalls committed by some of us as leaders, as members, they are the ones in terms of their voice that must guide and reprimand our behavior, our conduct, to say we are now beginning to be off the rails. And as a consequence of that, they have to give us the marching orders as to how we have to behave so that we can still give the title of being a leader of society and become ethical in our conduct and behavior as leaders.
And as we've heard it, ladies and gentlemen, all roads lead to Paris, whether you are everywhere across the country and you want to come in and envision what the ANC in the Free State is doing and you want to be part and parcel of it. All roads are leading to Paris with a significant number of programs that will be taking place, from golf days to memorial lectures to activities. And yeah, like we're saying, if January 8th is here, the ANC is there, ladies and gentlemen, make your way through. And without saying much, that was the provincial secretary in the Free State, Polediso Motsoeneng. And you've heard it. Like you've heard it, the ANC's biggest celebration is taking place in the Free State. So without wasting time, let all the road lead to Paris. And thank you very much for granting us the time, Tate Mngodi. And we're looking forward to engaging with you in many other programs that are to unfold.
Thank you. And let the listeners as well celebrate this day with us. Even those who might not make it to Paris, we also invite them because we are connecting with the people of South Africa as the ANC. Thank you, Abditebo. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. And ladies and gentlemen, like you heard it, that was the provincial secretary for the African National Congress. And we said it, yeah, all roads are leading to Paris. Make your time. If you can't go, they will be connected. As you all know, that the world has actually made sure we are digital. And like us with Central News, we'll be giving you up to date, minute to minute. We'll be there. We'll be present at the celebration also to give you updates. If you want to catch it and you can't go there, you can catch it streaming on our platforms on Central News and so on. Like, hey, it's the beginning of 2025. Let me give you something very interesting, by the way, before we go. Today is the 21st of January, and tonight, if you look up into the sky, you will see some of the planets are starting to align, meaning for the next coming 5 days, from the 5 days or 7 days, I'm not sure, I'll just double check, from the 21st until the 27th, all the planets in the earth, on the universe, are going to be in one line. I know from now until the 24th, you'll be able to see Mars and a couple, or is it Jupiter? I don't know which planet is coming in on the 24th to 25th. If you've got binoculars or you've got a telescope, just, tonight around Boma 8, 9, go outside. If the sky is clear, look up. You'll see some bright lights in a straight line. Check it out. It's something phenomenal that people must actually, and the kids at school, if you've got a child who's studying into, they're studying geography and all, please take them out and make sure that they look at the sky. You'll see something phenomenal. It happens, I don't know, once in how many years. And this year, it's the year where the planets are going to be aligned. You must check it out. It's something fantastic. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Deb Hokotsi, and this is the 68th episode of the current reviews. We're going to be unpacking. We're going to do something fantastic this year. Tune in. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your page, share with your friends, tell your friends to join the page, and we'll keep you posted, up to date. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, and I'm out.